皆さん、こんにちは。Fallout4を専門チャンネルへようこそ。このチャンネルは、月、水、金曜日の22時に、Fallout4の PC 版だけで6000時間以上プレイしているおじさんが、主にFallout4のMODで遊んでいる動画を公開しております。それでは、前にコベナントに行った時に間違えて通りかかってしまった、イーストボストン警察署に行ってみましょう。その時はガンナーに占拠されていたようですが、まずはコベナントにファストトラベルします。夜ですね。暗いので寝ます。
I hate this place.
General Ward knows what we've lost firsthand. He's our best chance at victory.
Captain.
Looks like
The
there's a
Army
number of
depot's a
hostile
gold
Brotherhood
mine.
troops dug in at the
It's
police
really
station.
bolstered our equipment.
I've done some recon. There's a couple of ways into the building, but all involve a frontal assault. Give the order, and we'll begin.
Any mission details?
There's a main entrance at the front of the building, with a good chance that there's a lot of hostile soldiers on the other side. At the building's eastern face, there's some scaffolding that can get us roof access. Looks like there's a door on both levels. I think there's probably less Brotherhood soldiers on the upper floors, but the call's yours. Either way, we've got to get rid of them all.
All right, let's go.
Soldiers, on me.
警察署を強襲します。
And don't be afraid to shoot on sight. The wasteland's a dangerous place. We're the only ones that can save our country. Institute's known for replacing people with their sense. Hope that doesn't happen. Whatever the Institute is planning with their sense, it can't be good.
なんでパワーアーマーを着ないんだろう。
Where are you going? We're with you.
Search the area.
Area's sweet. Now.
Careful. May be compromised. Search.
Captain,
I think we're done here. Good work. Let's see if I can radio into command.
味方もかなりやられましたね。
Command. This is Captain Peterson. Do you copy? North Boston Police Station has been secured. Brotherhood forces have been eliminated. Requesting further orders.
Copy that. Maintain position. General Ward is en route via vertibird. He will be with you shortly.
Understood. Thanks, Command. Over and out. Well, we better head to the roof. Let's go. General.
At ease. Good job, both of you. All right, Major. We've sent a clear message to the Brotherhood of Steel. They know they are vulnerable, and preparations are underway to remove them from Boston entirely.
anything else we're supposed to do here?
We'll have a permanent detachment of troops here going forward. It'll serve as an excellent staging point for future operations.
What's our next move?
Well, as you know, Dr. Kane's priority has been to get the FEV into a workable state. She and Myers have been designing the system that will release the final compound into the atmosphere, and they've identified a component they need.
What do you mean by that?
Just that. When Dr. Kane has finished her work, the resulting FEV will eject from the oil rig lab as a fine mist. A similar plan was attempted many years ago, but was foiled through no fault of its own due to local meddling. Unfortunately, that FEV curling 13 variant is long gone. Dr. Kane is having to reverse engineer it from a sample that is far removed from it. If you want more information, I'm sure she'll be happy to share. You are authorized to know.
What do you need me to do?
Now, I need you to go to the hallucinogen facility in downtown Boston to recover a hypersonic vaporizer. Once you have it, return to the oil rig and hand it over to Dr. Kane for inspection.
What are the details of my mission?
Go to hallucinogen to recover a hypersonic vaporizer, which Dr. Kane needs in order to release the FEV when the time comes.
Yes, sir.
Dismissed.
なんちゃら気化装置を取りにハルシジェンに向かいますが、 その前に動画外で繰り返しクエストを完了したので報酬をもらいましょう。
Excuse me, officer.
Did you get that vertibird?
I got the job done.
I knew you could pull through. Thanks again. You really bailed me out there.
春自然車内はバニラと同じなので、結論だけお見せします。ここにはいつも伝説のガンナーがいたような気がしたのだがまあいいか。これをケイン博士に渡せばいいんだな。
Listen to me carefully. You cannot go along with this plan.
What are you doing here?
Trying to put a stop to this insanity. Look, I'm sure the Senator's peddling this ideal of a world without mutation. If it were that easy, I'd be right there with him. The reality of this is, if Senator Matthews gets his way, the repercussions will be unfathomable.
What do you mean by that?
For as long as I can remember, Enclave scientists have been trying to modify the FEV to attack mutated tissue in some way or another. Matthews wants Dr. Kane's strain to be as aggressive and indiscriminate as possible. And there's the problem. People like you and General Ward, Enclave personnel who haven't been exposed to radiation for extended periods of time, the FEV wouldn't touch you. But people like me, Enclave remnants who've had to scavenge the wastes for years, we've been exposed to enough radiation that the FEV would end us. And once people catch wind of the FEV, I guarantee they will all band together to destroy the Enclave. They'd be fighting for their survival. We can't let this happen.
Are there any other options?
What I'm going to propose sounds extreme. Is extreme. But there really is no other option. General Ward firmly believes in the Senator's plan, and we don't have the authority to stop the FEV distribution system from being built. I'm afraid the only choice we have is to eliminate Senator Matthews and General Ward.
Can I ask some questions?
Yeah, please do.
What's your plan exactly?
Of course, I still believe in the Enclave's vision. The United States of America is rightfully ours. We are the country's successor. I believe that with our world-class equipment and facilities, we can take back what's ours through use of force.
What about afterwards? Won't everyone be after us?
High Command's response is definitely a concern. There's no doubt they're pushing for the FEV's worldwide deployment, too. Unfortunately, all we can do is be hopeful that they're accepting of my leadership, and then I can run enough interference to derail the plan. If not, we'll have to figure it out. I know that isn't the answer you were hoping for.
That's all.
All right. So, what do you say?
Why are you telling me all of this?
Ever since you brought those stranded Enclave remnants on the Harper back to base, I got the impression we were on the same page. Loyalty to our fellow soldiers comes above all else.
I won't be a part of this. I can't.
I urge you to reconsider. I don't want to do this, but if you won't join me, I can't risk letting you live.
I'm sorry. I can't do that.
Weapons hot.
I sometimes get flashbacks when in a firefight. Ah, the good old days.
I'm not gonna make it.
第1回で申し上げました通り、今回私は、すべてエンクレーブの側しかもウォード将軍の側につきます。
America's ours by right.
Major, have you seen Colonel Whitehill? I was told she headed to the mainland, and I need to speak to her.
Maybe. Why do you ask?
That is not your concern. Suffice to say, I have important matters to discuss with her, and her sudden departure is surprising to me.
She was one of us. I never would have suspected she was a traitor.
What? That snake! I knew she couldn't be trusted. Traitors like her are what keep derailing the Enclave's goals. Where is she now?
She was a traitor. She deserved to die.
Good initiative, Major. A traitor's death. Now, finally, we can continue uninterrupted. I see you have that hypersonic vaporizer. I'll take it off your hands. I have time-sensitive orders for you. Now, Chief Engineer Myers believes he has a solution to our power issues. In both that dossier and holotape you recovered from the Institute, he found mention of a beryllium agitator in the mass fusion building. From what he tells me, he can use that device to significantly boost the output of one of our reactors. The problem is the Institute need it for much the same reason, and I have no doubt they are preparing to retrieve it ASAP. We must beat them to it.
What about the Institute?
Yes, engaging them is inevitable. If they're already there, you'll need to neutralize them. If they're not, they will attack us for the agitator. Avoiding hostilities with them is no longer a concern. They stand in the way of our mission, and for that, they will die. Now, Chief Engineer Myers believes he has a solution to our power issues. In both that dossier and holotape you recovered from the Institute, he found mention of a beryllium agitator in the mass fusion building. From what he tells me, he can use that device to significantly boost the output of one of our reactors. The problem is the Institute need it for much the same reason, and I have no doubt they are preparing to retrieve it ASAP. We must beat them to it.
I'm ready.
I need you to go to North Boston Police Department and rendezvous with Captain Peterson. You'll find a vertibird prepared for your journey to mass fusion. Go get that beryllium agitator, Major. Do not let me down.
おお、浮いてる。
Sir, I heard about Whitehill.
She was a traitor. She deserved to die.
Yes, she did. We're better off without traitors like her. So, the mission. We need to airdrop onto the roof of the mass fusion building and recover a device they were creating before the war, the beryllium agitator. If we're lucky, it should be located close to the roof. If not, we'll need to do a sweep through the building. According to Chief Engineer Myers, there's a very real risk we'll encounter the Brotherhood of Steel or the Institute. I'll be accompanying you in case we face additional resistance.
It would be helpful if you tagged along.
Of course, sir. Happy to be of assistance. The vertibird's good to go. Board it when you're ready to depart.
今度はパワーアーマーを着ないと厳しそうだな。
airship over there? It's a wonder they managed to scrape that thing together in the wastes. Not that it'll be airborne for much longer. We'll make sure of that. There's a vertibird by Mass Fusion's roof, and it's not one of ours. Stay frosty.
.あら、意外と近いのね。さてどうなるのでしょうか。今回は、ベルチバードと日本人美女についての AI の解釈をお届けします。いつも高評価、そしてチャンネル登録ありがとうございます。とても励みになっております。いやー、モッドって本当にいいものですね。最後までご視聴ありがとうございました。